I get a lot of calls every single week, like text message and email inquiries about grandparents or about family members wanting to take guardianship of their grandchildren or of their nieces or nephews. Hi, my name is Attorney Anthony Spratly. I'm the owner and founder of Genus Law Group here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where we practice family law, not only here in Albuquerque, but also throughout the state of New Mexico. Now, you might be a grandparent watching this, you might be an uncle or an aunt watching this, and maybe your sibling has children, they're not doing so well, they're not fit to take care of their children, and you're deciding that, I'm going to step up. I have a stable home, I have a stable job, and I don't want to see this child or the children suffer anymore. Now, if you have a consenting sibling or a child that's willing to allow you guardianship, temporary guardianship or guardianship of their child or of their child so that you can take care of them, that is great. Because you as a kinship guardian, you're doing hero work by taking on your relatives, your niece or your nephew or your grandchild to do the things that their parents are temporarily or maybe even permanently unavailable or unable to do because of their condition. Sometimes it's drugs, sometimes it's some other substance abuse, or it could be domestic violence. It could be a mental health condition that perhaps the parent is suffering, in that they're unable and they're unwilling and they're unfit to take care of their child. And so you have the ability to seek the consent of the parents. Now, just because it's your child or your sibling that is having this condition and you get their consent, that's great, right? Yeah, I'm giving my sister the consent to raise my child or my children because I'm not well. And that's possible, and that's great. That's one half of the equation. You got to deal with the dad, right? The other parent. What about the other parent? Are they involved? Will they fight the kinship guardianship? And a lot of times I see these guardianship issues happen in tandem, right? If one parent has a problem, usually the other parent does as well. And usually if one parent has a problem and the other parent has a problem as well, maybe the other parent's not even involved. And so with the kinship guardianship, you have to get consent of both parties to the guardianship. And if you can't get the consent of both parties in either way, in either event, even if you do get the consent, you're going to have to go to court and get an order, right? Because if you get an order from the court granting you that guardianship, then there's things that you can do, right? You can act as if you're the parent. You can enroll them in school. You can take them to healthcare appointments. So there's a lot that you can do for the child if you get that order granting you, guardianship. So again, very, very important issue. Some of you are looking at this because this is something that you're contemplating. But if you use the court system to get that guardianship, to give you the protection, to kind of step in the place of the parent, that child will be better off. Again, get the consent of both parents. If you can't get the consent of both, then you go to court, show the court what's going on in the case, which would make you a great guardian for the child or for the children. And if you do that, you present the facts right, then you have a great chance of getting that guardianship granted so that you can take care of those minor children, the ones that you care for so much and why you're seeking that guardianship in the first place. Now, terminating guardianship is a whole different topic that we'll discuss at another video for another time. But again, the most important thing is get that temporary and permanent guardianship so that you can begin caring for those people that you love. If you want more information or more content about family law and about kinship guardianship, go to our website at www.genuslawgrp.com, and you can also check out our podcast at the Protect Your Success podcast on Apple Podcasts. All right, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.